Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jen, and in today's episode, we're going to be talking about hacks to make your spaces look elevated and luxurious, to make them look a little classier and even maybe more expensive looking. Now, the whole idea behind this isn't to try to keep up with the neighbors or trying to impress the neighbors or make your house look bougie or make your house look stuffy and almost uncomfortable. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about making your home look like a classy, elegant, comfortable, casual oasis, a place that you want to have your company feel welcome and feel at home and relaxed. You want your home to make yourself feel comfortable and relaxed and kind of a getaway from all the chaos that happens out in the world. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you some tips, some hacks in how to make your home look more luxurious and more expensive looking. Some of the things that I'm going to suggest are going to be super simple, won't cost a dime. Others maybe might take more planning, maybe even a need to hire in a professional, and some time to maybe save for those projects. So let's get to tip hack number 1. And this one is super easy. It requires $0 other than cleaning supplies. And that is to keep your home clean and clutter-free. If you need a few tips on organization, click the link below in the description and we have our episode on Let's Get Organized that may help you out with a few things there. But the idea here is, when you walk into a really classy, luxurious hotel, everything looks refined and clean. It even smells clean. So think about bringing that into your home. Sure, we have kids, we have husbands, some of us might be slobs, but the idea is to try to keep the house as clutter-free as possible. The less stuff you have, the less there is to find homes for. So maybe paring down some things, getting rid of some stuff that you don't really need anymore, and just keeping the house looking clean and organized. Great way to make your house feel more at peace. While you're organizing and cleaning the house, don't forget to dust your plants. I know it seems like a small little thing, but honestly, if your artificial plants are gathering dust, it makes them look tired, it makes them look forgotten, or even your live plants. Live plants, you can just sit outside in the rain, let the rain wash them off, bring them back in. The rainwater is good for them and it cleans everything off of them. For artificial plants, if it's a larger leaf, just take a microfiber cloth, wipe them off, you're done. If it's a bunch of little leaves, you can cover the base of it, turn it upside down, hose it off outside just to get the dust off. Or if you're afraid to do that, there are other ways that you can spray things on, the dust drips off, much like a chandelier.
An item that seems insignificant but can really make a difference and really make something look tired or a little more put together and luxurious are your outlets. If your outlets are yellow or yellowing or were painted once and don't match, changing out those outlets to something more current, we chose stainless steel in our kitchen, really does make a difference. Consider choosing an outlet that has a more updated look by choosing an outlet with USB ports.
Another must-do hack if you're trying to make your home look less tired and more luxurious is take down the old wallpaper. If your wallpaper is taking itself down by curling up on the edges, it's time to come down. If your wallpaper looks dated, if maybe you've got that old 80s, 90s looking wallpaper, nothing dates a space more than dated surfaces, dated materials. So removing that old wallpaper and getting it nice and clean, the surface nice and clean, giving it a nice fresh coat of paint. Or if you want to re-wallpaper, yes, wallpaper is back in trend again. However, certain patterns are back in trend and how we're putting wallpaper up is a little different than before. We're not doing borders at the top of the ceiling anymore and things like that. So doing a more updated look with wallpaper is fine. Wallpaper is a trend though, and wallpaper will phase out again. So maybe making a selection of wallpaper that's easily removable so that when the trend comes and goes, if you want to keep your spaces looking refreshed and current, that might be a good idea. Along with the wallpaper, think about updating your window treatments. If your window treatments are screaming, I did this in the 80s, they have ruffles on the bottom, you've got a valance with ruffles, it's probably time for that to go. Think about doing something more neutral to really make the window treatments look elegant and timeless. Think about a neutral panel for your window treatments. They can have texture, they can have a little bit of pattern to them, but try to keep it minimal so that the window treatments are more timeless than, say, a window treatment that matched fabric of your pillows on your sofa that was made 30 years ago. Hack number 5, stick to a neutral color palette. This is a perfect way to really give your space a more cohesive, elegant look. It doesn't mean you have to stay away from color, but stick to more neutral colors, say on your walls and your main surfaces, and utilize color in other items like your wall art, your pillows, your rugs, those kinds of surfaces. Another great hack is to use a continuous color throughout your home in the main spaces. Sticking to one color in all of the main spaces really gives a clean, more elegant, luxurious look. And then utilizing complementary colors in the bedrooms and bathrooms. Sticking to just a palette of maybe 3 or 4 colors throughout the whole home, but those colors working cohesively together. Let's talk about the power of paint. Paint is such a simple, inexpensive way to really elevate the look of something, to really freshen it up. The whole idea here is for things to look elegant, luxurious, look like it's maybe more expensive, is to keep them looking fresh. Paint is a great way to do this. Maybe your walls have scuffs, dirty fingerprints, giving them a good wash, and if needed, a new fresh coat of paint is a great example. Also, painting maybe your scuffed up trim. In a previous episode, I gave a pro tip on painting your baseboard and your crown molding the same color as your wall color. This elongates the wall and makes it look higher than it maybe is. If you have an 8-foot wall, it might look taller because we're not chopping off the bottom and the top with a white trim. Painting it all the same color really elevates that look as well and also gives it a designer look. That link to that episode is also below. Paint is also a great way to elevate the look of cabinets, of furniture pieces. When you do that, make sure you use a good quality paint. Make sure it's a furniture grade paint, mineral-based paint works well as well. Make sure there's a self-leveler in it so that you get a nice quality look when you do this. Make sure you take all the steps in preparation because just slapping a coat of paint is not going to elevate the look. A paint job done well will. So make sure you clean the surfaces well. Make sure you follow all the prepping steps. If you need to do a light sanding, do it. If you need to use a degreaser, use it. Do all those prep steps before adding your coat of paint to give those surfaces, those cabinets, those furniture pieces, the elevated look that you were hoping and intending to do. Another great tip in keeping your home looking more luxurious, more elevated, more of that luxury look is to have one continuous flooring throughout your home. You don't want to be standing in one spot and seeing 3 or 4 different floorings going on. One consistent flooring throughout the main space and then maybe utilizing different tile throughout in the bathrooms and maybe the kitchen. I'm more of a tile in the kitchen kind of person, but those flooring surfaces should also flow well with the surface that it's meeting up against. So whether it's meeting up against carpet, hardwood, LVP flooring, you want them to have nice flow from one to the other. Hack number 9 is to add architectural elements to your space. To really make your space look elevated, to really make it look elegant and luxurious, think about those added details that you can do, possibly to the ceiling, adding some trim work to the ceiling, or maybe adding some trim work wainscoting to the walls. Wainscoting's been around for a very long time, and that's a detail that never goes out. It's always current, it's always in style. It's a great little detail to add to the walls to really make it look intentional, to make it look more elegant, make it look more designer. Tip number 10 in elevating your home space to look more luxurious is maybe think about updating the hardware on your cabinets.
One way to update the kitchen is to rip everything out and start over, and we can help you with that. But another way, maybe you just need to buy some time, save up for that big tear out. Updating the hardware is a huge way to update the look. There are so many options with hardware in various ranges of pricing, but a great way to do a little update with less dollars. In addition to updating the kitchen, consider a kitchen backsplash. Say you moved into the home and the person who lived there before didn't have a backsplash, or say you're building and maybe you didn't really know what you wanted for the backsplash, so you just painted the sheetrock. To really give that elevated look, consider tiling your backsplash. We've got the double herringbone backsplash going on behind us, as well as brick pattern over here. Both are pretty timeless looks, very elegant looking. So consider a backsplash for those updates. Also, maybe your cabinets just need a good deep cleaning. Clean them, give them a fresh new look, maybe steam clean them, or even consider painting them. Remember the power of paint. Again, like the other pieces, if you're painting, make sure you do all of the prep in cleaning them, make sure that you take all of the steps in painting them properly, or hire this out. Painting your kitchen cabinets is a huge task. It's a lot of work. So this one might be something that you want to hire out so they can paint the boxes in place, spray the doors and drawers so you've got that nice finish. And again, make sure you're using the proper paint for the job. Don't use wall paint on your cabinets. It will not perform the way you're hoping to.
Another space to really make your home look luxurious and classy is elevating the bedroom. Another way to do that is to add good quality bedding. Bedding that looks luxurious. It looks like you just want to crawl into that bed and spend an entire day in it. Your bedroom needs to look inviting. So the idea is, again, stick to a neutral palette. You can bring some colors into that bedding, maybe stay neutral on the walls and in the window treatments, and then bring in some color into the bedding just to add that pop of something. Or if you really want that luxe look, stick to a neutral palette on the bedding as well, and just insert color by the pillows or maybe a throw on the bed. Another great hack for a luxurious look is to take a look at your pillows. Are they looking flat and tired? A way to make them look more expensive, more luxurious, is to replace them with something a little more fluffy and full. Maybe you have a pillowcase or a pillow cover that you love. It's neutral, it's beautiful, or it's a pattern that you just love. It still looks fresh and clean and new, but the pillow insert itself is making the pillow look tired. Try an insert that's slightly larger than the pillowcase. This gives you that nice, full, fluffy pillow. Anything that's full and fluffy is going to look more luxurious and look like you spent an extra dollar on that. So for an example, if you have a pillowcase or a cover that is an 18-inch cover, think about putting a 20-inch insert inside of it. That's going to give you that nice, fluffy, full look. You can do this with your polyfill or your downfill. Downfill always feels more luxurious. That's my personal favorite because it's squishy, it's heavy, it's got nice weight to it, and because you can do your designer chop on it if you'd like to.
Don't forget the bathroom. Just like the kitchen, giving those cabinets a nice cleaning or painting them, giving them a refresh with hardware will really elevate the look of them. Also consider adding a tray to your freestanding tub. Add some plants in there, add artwork, add a nice smelly candle, add nice fresh towels. Nothing makes a bathroom look more tired or dated than old towels that you got as a wedding gift 20, 30 years ago. Freshen those bad boys up. Get something nice and fluffy and luxurious. Also in the bathroom, consider upgrading that builder grade mirror. Okay, so the builder threw up this big slab mirror, and sure, it makes the room look bigger, but it also makes it look builder grade. Consider taking that down, replacing it with some nice framed mirrors, or you can frame a builder grade mirror. You can frame a slabbed mirror that's already up. This does not work in every application, so it might not be an option for you, but it can be done. But my preference is definitely the single framed mirror, or two mirrors if you have two sinks.
A really simple way to really make your space look put together and more elevated is by looking at those everyday items that you use, like your pump soap. Now, we all go to the grocery store, we buy our pump soap, and a lot of us just stick this on the countertop. Well, wouldn't it look more put together and nicer if we transfer that to something a little more elegant looking? This looks much better on the counter than this does. Also, you're actually saving money by doing this because you can start to buy your soap in bulk instead of spending the extra dollar to pay for the pump. And you can use that bulk soap and pour it into your nice soap dispenser. So saving money and looking more elegant.
Last but not least, don't forget about the exterior. Don't neglect the exterior of your home. Maybe it's time to freshen up or update those exterior light fixtures. Ours are looking pretty shabby. One, they're not our style, and two, the paint's chipping off. So our options are to either take them down, repaint them, and put them back up, or replace them altogether. I think we're gonna go with option one for right now, as we're trying to decide what we want to do on the exterior. We have some ideas, but we haven't nailed it down completely, and to be honest, exterior light fixtures are expensive. We have quite a few that need to replace, so for now, we're just gonna take them down and refresh them. Also, clear away the cobwebs. Take that duster and go around the patio, go around the light fixtures, go around the front door. Keep all of that nice and clean. This is the first thing that your guests see when they come to your house. Nothing looks tired and maybe not so chic than a bunch of spider webs and dead bugs all over your front door. Clean that puppy up. And don't forget about the flower beds. Think about curb appeal. Our home needs some curb appeal. We've been working on this little by little and it's coming along, but not quite there. While it's a work in progress, keep it weed free, keep it clutter free, and keep it nice and inviting for your guests.
All right, so we've covered quite a few hacks on how to make your home look more elegant, more luxurious, more comfortable, cozier, and just, well, better put together. So the idea here is not to try to tackle all of these hacks and projects all at once. Some of the things I mentioned, they're going to take a professional to come in. So there's scheduling, there's saving enough money to do the project, there's being in that mindset to put up with dust and noise and those kinds of things. But then there are also those little hacks that you can do that are super simple, don't cost you anything, like just keeping your house tidy. It's just a matter of, well, taking a little time. So I hope you found all of these very useful. If you have any comments or suggestions of things that you do that you'd like to share, make sure you put those down below for us. We appreciate all the support that you give to our channel. If you're not already a subscriber, we would super appreciate it if you clicked that subscribe button and gave us a thumbs up. Until next time, see you later.